Without youth, can't be a world. Young people are very lively, they have very good ideas, they have more talents. They are not like adults. You know, with adults, somehow you fear many things, but young people are more daring, they take risks. They have a lot of potential. They need to believe in themselves. Someone needs to encourage them. They have their own challenges, but if you help them, if you guide them well, if you nurture them well, they can become a very good resource to any country.
We are tired of being called leaders of tomorrow. This issue of leaders of tomorrow, I think we should end it. Let us be leaders of today.
We decided as TCDC that we need to create a platform for young people like you to begin to get angry about the governance things that are going wrong. Yeah, the dynamics, the systems, the structures, we can do better.
I'm going to invite also another special person in our midst to give us something very similar and interesting to what we need to hear, for what we come for. Okay, this juncture I want to invite Principal MS TCDC.
By celebrating and recognizing Africa. Hello, Africa.
Hello.
Are you Africa?
Yes.
What makes you Africa? You are the majority. 70% of the people, 1 billion people of Africa are young people. But let me share with you the few things that I had thought of to talk about. And because I'm a team leader of this team at TCDC, I will focus more on TCDC, and the reason and the justification, we thought it was good for us to share with you this platform for about 1 week. To this big initiative, be part of the movement. Let us create the Africa that we want to see. You are the difference. It's not that you should make a difference. You are the difference. When people see us as young people, especially for us adults who have enjoyed power all along, we should see the difference in you.
You have to have a strategic thinking as a young generation, as a youth. You have to work strategically, you have to put on to dress strategically, you have to dream strategically, even sleeping strategically. Whatever that you do, make sure that you do it strategically. But wherever you are really a leader. So we should start being leaders without titles. But of course, we have to start by becoming the changes among ourselves. Before you lead other people, you must lead yourself first.
I am here as a young person, as a youth activist, to come and learn more about leadership and governance.
We want to unite as East African community. We need a united voice, and we need to be the future leaders. Not really need to be, but we are the future leaders, and that future is now.
In reality, leadership is everywhere. Leadership is the way you wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I need to do something this morning at this particular hour, then do something else. That is leadership of its own. The doctrine or the school of thought that most young people have is, I need to be in front of a number of people to call myself a leader. We forget that leadership begins where we are. Leadership is who we are. Leadership is what we do. So, I believe that whoever thinks I need to be ahead of 10 people, ahead of 2 people to call myself a leader, that is not yet a leader. And that is a wrong school of thought. We need to start living the leadership we want to lead people tomorrow by living it ourselves. You're taken to a conference like this. As a leader, you should be in a position to tell yourself, at this particular hour and time, I should be doing 1, 2, 3, 4. You should be able to lead yourself, then later come and lead people.
Think about the challenges as a young person in Burundi, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda.
According to me, I think the greatest challenge is lack of trust or just misused by top officials in government.
The way we've structured our education system, not to prepare young people from at a very childhood level to start thinking of how to become thinkers and the problem solvers of their own challenges. Yeah.
Since the festival started, we have been distributed in the groups, and the groups we form subgroups.
Governance, leadership, entrepreneurship, creative art, and sports. Those are some of the subgroups that were subdivided so as to accommodate all the young people in at least a certain area of interest, so they can at least get to meet persons of similar interest from the region and discuss such matters.
Nobody should lose hope in themselves, and for the young people it doesn't matter where you come from. Many people, the problem we have as young people is that we look at the money first. When you stop looking at the money and you look at social impact for your community, money will follow you. So don't bother about the money will come. Just start making little changes, something that is impacting your community. Just little changes. People do not have water, people don't have toilets. What are you doing about it? You want to build toilets and then you want to charge your villagers to pay to use your toilet. That is not how to do it. Just create something, money will follow you. Young people are so fast when it comes to thinking about the financial aspect of what they do. That is where we go wrong.
Social enterprise is a form of entrepreneurship that employs commercial strategies to maximize improvement in the society rather than making profit for external stakeholders.
These things that kind of intertwined in a way, but at the end of the day, we must be able to highlight the social aspect of it, handle the political aspect of it, and at the end of the day, also consider the economic aspect of it.
Today has been a very productive day. We had different 5 thematic areas that we were handling. Personally, I was in leadership and governance.
We were sharing a lot of experiences. A lot of theory was being, we did a lot of theory and also practical examples, like what social enterprises, the examples of social enterprises that we've seen where we're coming from, and we learned a lot from each other, and it was very interesting to know that we are such a powerful team as the team that was in the social entrepreneurship.
Mimi nilikuwa kwenye kundi la sanaa na vipaji, kwa hiyo tulikuwa tunaangalia hizo shida ambazo ziko, tulikuwa tunaangalia tunatokaje hapa kwenye shida. Kwa ujumla tulikuwa tunaangalia maeneo mawili.
If we really come together, we can work together easier because we can, because of the East African community, most of what we do can be integrated and we can all be able to work together easily.
And we want young people to have a different attitude. We want them to have a sense of feeling that things should change. We are not sentenced to be poor forever, no. Something can be done about this poverty. It is a structural poverty, it is a poverty whose causes we know, and these causes we can do something about it. But we need the effort of everybody. This festival really is about celebrating youth, providing the opportunities and challenging them to do something.
At the end of it all, in as much as yes, we'll have gained knowledge, but we'll come up with a concrete document that will be presented to the community on what the young people sat and discussed throughout 5 days and came up with an action plan to solve their problems, but also an action plan that would indicate what challenges they face and the proposed solutions.
And this is one of the statements we want to come with. That is why we want them to go to the East African community and present their aspiration.
Mungu twaomba utilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe tuishi kwa amani, tulilinde jumuiya yetu.
Kampala United
shall never be defeated.
TZ United
Shall never be defeated.
Burundi United
Shall never be defeated.
Rwanda United
Shall never be defeated.
Kijana United
Shall never be defeated. Uzalendo pia mshikamano, uwe msingi wa umoja wetu, na tulinde uhuru na amani, mila zetu na desturi zetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde.
We are young people from the region. We were all gathered by MS TCDC. It's a training center in a spirit of leadership and governance. They wanted to unite us, and we are willing to get united. One big importance is you get to learn that the problems you face are not unique. They're things that we all face, because when you speak to a Burundian, a Rwandese, a Ugandan, a Kenyan, a Tanzanian, we all face the same problems. We don't have jobs. We all face the same problem, the issue of our curriculum in schools. We all have different opinions of our governments and all that. So you get to understand that in the region, in as much as we think we are different, we are differentiated, others speak French, others speak Swahili, and others speak English, we are just one and the same. But over and above that, it's a platform that calls on young people to come sit together, think together, and come up with better solutions to their problems. So yes, these kind of platforms are of great importance to young people, and they are some of these platforms do groom great leaders.
So for us, we are thinking as young people that can the East African community begin to think about how we begin to measure our economies strongly, because that determines the initial issues that are supposed to affect the people. But also, most importantly, we're talking about how do we go and say, for example, that within the frameworks that are created at the World Bank, at the World Trade Organizations, at one moment affect us as African. Africa is a resourceful continent. But then look at the development. Where are the challenges? What are our leaders doing within the frameworks, in the paperwork that affects Africa? And then the World Bank comes up and says, Africa is a low development country. And then the others continue to say, we are the G8, we are the G12, we are the G, we are the whatever.
It's not the end of it. You've just started, and you have to pursue whatever you are interested in until it is achieved. That is the promise I can give you.
I'm not a soldier, I'm not a rebel, I'm just a fighter. Not a soldier, not a rebel, just a
Wisdom is what would guide you on what you want to do. We want to wake up tomorrow morning as young people, have that best job, have that best car, have that best everything. Without the wisdom of understanding that even our president, who is currently in power, it took him time to get to where he was. But it did not only take him time, it took him wisdom to get the opportunity, utilize the opportunity, and take advantage of the time he had. So why do I call wisdom? We do not need violence to get to power, 1. 2, we do not need what we call grabbing, is what I don't like to speak about. Because we do not need to grab the opportunities, but we need to be wise to get the opportunities. It only takes time and learning to get to where you want to get to.
So all you gotta do is give me a call, send me a text, tell me you're ready, tell me how you like it when I make you sweat.
Tell me all the freaking little things you like to do when you give me a call, send me a text, tell me you're ready, tell me you're ready, tell me how you like it when I make you sweat. Tell me all the freaking little things you like to do, 'cause you're a freaking little thing. You're a freaking little thing. Niambie mpenzi, unachopenda, nielekeze, nitatenda. Muda wote.
We're starting with the category of culture. So every group is going to come and present their cultural wear first.
At the end of this festival, I expect, first of all, that East African youths are united and they speak in one voice. That is the biggest thing that I want to see out of this. And out of this, because it's hosted in Tanzania, it's a youth thing. Tanzanians do not have a national youth council, and these youth councils are supposed to lobby for the youth to the government. But now, then, how do Tanzanian youths get to the top opportunities in government if there is no neutral youth council? So another opportunity, and what I expect achieved from this is a statement by Tanzanian youth that they are going to support the formation process of a national youth council.